Do you hear that? I think the tea is ready. You're listening to Pop of Tea. Hello, everyone. You're listening to Pop of Tea podcast. We're your hosts, Danielle and Sydney. Welcome back.
What is up?
On this Friday morning.
Yeah.
Or whenever you're listening.
Right. Any day after Friday.
Any day, any time. We welcome all listeners.
Anytime. Any day. Thanks for listening. Oh my God.
Okay. That was fantastic.
Anytime we try to do something new with the open, it's
just not good.
No.
Like, we have the first part down.
Yeah, you do. But then, like, it's after that where it's like, what's going to happen?
Okay, well, we can just get right into...
Yeah.
Well, the fact that we both listen to Call Her Daddy.
Yes.
Since not everyone else does, but you've all probably heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just do a quick little tidbit.
Recap.
Yeah. So, she... Alex is her name, Doy. Alex had an episode this week featuring Holly Madison. If you don't know who Holly Madison is, which you might not actually, she was...
Honestly, it took me, like, I looked her up a little bit because I knew of her,
Mm-hmm.
but...
Yeah, I feel like if you're in our generation or the generations even before us, you know the name. Maybe the generation younger than us wouldn't know, though.
Probably not.
Probably not.
She's in her 40s and...
She was a Playboy bunny.
Yeah. She was...
One of the mains of the mains.
One of the mains.
At a certain time, she was the main. Hugh Hefner, if you don't know what we're talking about.
Hugh Hefner.
The Playboy Mansion, Girls Next Door.
That all seems like so old.
But it really wasn't
because
that
in
long
today's
ago.
time, that's not a thing.
Yeah, can you imagine?
And if it was, that would be weird.
Yeah. Can you imagine now, like, an old dude just saying he's going to have a mansion of all these Playboy bunnies and, like, having a show?
Fly. That would not fly at all. We'd be like, let's get a documentary on him. He's the next Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah,
like,
seriously. Oh, my Lord. But it was really cool to hear Holly talk about that whole thing. Because honestly, when Girls Next Door came out, and I know we talked about it before, we both watched it and
kind of
are familiar with it.
I don't remember watching it, but
I remember watching it. But honestly,
it didn't leave a huge impact on me. But
yeah, I just remember like having a love for Kendra, but it wasn't a love. Like, I just like ended up watching her spinoff, like we talked about.
I watched the spinoff too.
Really liked Kendra.
I did like Kendra. I didn't know much about Holly
or Bridget.
Is that her name? Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Well, it's just weird to be like Holly,
right? Like Holly Madison.
Yeah.
But yeah, so listen to that episode if you care at all about hearing what Hugh Hefner did to these girls.
It was like being with an 80-year-old. Like, that's insane.
And what was expected of them and what they could and couldn't do, like all the restrictions. It was really telling. And I mean, maybe it's not all true. Maybe it is. I thought it was pretty believable.
I don't see why she'd lie. I mean, he is dead, but...
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't sign an NDA, which remember we couldn't think of the name of that last week. Well, there you go. So that's why
she
she's
didn't sign an NDA, which how did
share.
she get out of that one?
Because you would think that they'd be like strict with that. Whoops. Yeah. Strict with that.
Yeah. I wonder if the other girls did.
I don't know.
And that's why they can't.
Well, so when Alex, I guess it was last week, she was like on a vacation or something. I only know that because of her Instagram stories. And she posted a story. It was a picture of her reading Holly's book. And honest to God, I thought, is this going to be a guess? Yes.
I didn't think at all. I honestly, because then she posted a story that was like, some of you know who's on my podcast next week because you guys are good. And I'm like, I have no freaking clue.
Yeah, like I didn't DM her and be like, are you having Holly Madison?
Right.
But I thought, interesting.
I mean, she's getting... She gets big freaking people.
I mean...
It started with Miley.
What I mean... Honestly, who's she gonna get bigger than Miley? Like,
no one.
Holly's big, but
Holly's big, but not really like in today's world, I guess.
Right.
Miley is huge. Who? Yeah, like
Harry Jowsey, but like he's not.
I love when he's on.
Same.
But yeah, like he's not.
Yeah, like not our parents aren't gonna know who he is.
No.
But for our generation, if you watched the Netflix show and everything, then yes, he's cool.
True.
But yeah, I mean, I think Miley was her top dog. Like at this point.
Yeah.
She said she might have a dude on next week.
Oh,
she was a
guy who's never been on,
yes.
And there's drama. So I'm thinking,
like, who could it be?
Soup Man? No, dude, Dave maybe? No, that's her boss. Like,
if she ever pulled Soup Man, because him and Sophia are not together.
No.
So if she could pull Soup Man, dude, Honestly, that would break the charts.
That would be
more than
amazing.
this.
Because their whole scandal like broke the charts. So to have the whole guy that was behind it on.
I would love to hear his side of the story. But I just feel like maybe she wouldn't even go back there.
No,
with that.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Man.
so.
Yeah, she's amazing. Like I really do think she's a great interviewer.
Yeah, she's definitely getting better. Mm-hmm.
She's getting better, yeah. Sophia's podcast, man.
I stopped listening a while ago.
I only listen when it's the last thing. And I listen to all my other episodes or all my other podcasts for the week.
Finally get to
I'm like, okay. And she actually did have an interesting couple on like last week. I don't catch up every week, but I'll just kind of like find one.
Mm-hmm.
She's still annoying as shit though. Like
her voice.
Yeah,
I can't
like,
even do it because it's so dry.
It's awful, but
the last thing that I wanted to add about this Holly thing was E! News posted on their Instagram like several different quotes that they pulled out from the interview, and in their Instagram caption they did not call her daddy or like where. All they said was like exclusive. Holly Madison reveals in a tell-all interview, and it makes it seem like Holly Madison like sought out people to like tell this hidden story.
No, that's ridiculous.
No,
she went on Call Her Daddy because she loves what Alex is doing. She loves that she's talking about sex, and there's this whole generation of being open about sex.
Yeah, which
so she's like, this is a perfect platform for me.
Right. She's like, I wish there was something like this when I was going through all this Playboy stuff, because it was totally like taboo. So E! News, do better next time. I love you, but like why couldn't you just say like
credit,
even say like in a podcast interview, not like in a tell-all interview,
right?
Like it wasn't like the Oprah and Meghan Markle like sit down
exactly
tell-all.
It's kind of crazy. I don't think any news outlet ever reports on Call Her Daddy, you know?
They don't.
They're never like Alex Cooper, and because at this point she's freaking big. She's a celebrity. I think
she's like
I think she's up there. I feel like,
I guess it depends on who you're asking, you know?
I just feel like everyone like knows of her.
Everyone our generation knows, first of all, what Barstool Sports is.
Yes, that's a true. Yeah, you got to start there, and then
the podcasts, like the Barstool podcast.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you listen to podcasts at all, I feel like
she's been in like she's been in the top 10 ever since they came out with it.
I'm gonna check right now on Apple Podcasts if she's the top episode.
Probably.
Top shows, she's number 11 right now in episodes. She's number 2.
Yep.
Number 1 is Crime Junkie.
Oh.
But
I was thinking it'd be like Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, Joe Rogan is down here. Can't even find him. Sorry, buddy.
I don't listen to him.
There we go. We just plugged Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
Again. Anyway, next thing, I'll keep it brief since that personal thing kind of just went on a little too.
We went off the rails.
Yeah, it's fine. But you know what? People can make fun of me all they want. I have a library card. And you know why?
I got one, but I haven't used it yet.
Oh.
But I want to.
It's like free.
Because I was paying for books and I felt like an idiot.
And where do you store all these books, right?
Well, I would like to have a nice bookshelf one day. That's just a goal.
I hear you.
But right now I have no space. Like let's get the bookshelf first and get the space.
And then buy the books.
And have the house. And then I can afford to buy books.
Right. And you know what? Our local taxes anyway pay to keep the library open probably. So I'm going to use it.
It's kind of crazy we can get for free out here.
Yeah. It's like things that you don't even think about. I mean, I go through these periods where I read for a couple months and I'm like really into it. And then I'm like,
phase. And then you don't pick it up for months.
Yeah. Like all of quarantine, you would think that I would have been reading. I haven't read like a single freaking book during quarantine until now.
Yeah. It's never too late to pick something up that you thought, because quarantine is still kind of happening. Like,
just, you know what? I do say reading is one of my hobbies. I get, because I don't have that many.
You could consider. Oh,
I'm just adding it.
I wouldn't even put it on the list.
Really?
For me, I would put like playing Sims before that.
You're kidding.
And I haven't played The Sims in like a year.
Oh my God. Well, I don't even know how that works. The Sims shit.
Oh, I don't know.
I know nothing about it. Don't want to know. But okay. So anyway. The library. Yes, I have a library card. And last year, Jessica Simpson released an autobiography, which means, because I got autobiography and biography confused.
Oh.
I used to.
I'm actually still confused about
that. So an autobiography means like the person wrote it about themselves. A biography means like I wrote it about someone else.
Oh, okay. I feel like we learned that in like 5th grade.
Right. But it's still like kind of, one of those things. Like, so Jessica Simpson wrote an autobiography that released in 2020. And it was one of those things where I wanted to read it, but I didn't want to buy it.
Yes.
Because it was like $20. And I'm sorry, but
Ridiculous.
it's like, I can't.
No.
I just can't.
You can't, because you're going to read it once, and then that's that.
And then it just sits in my thing and collects dust.
Right.
So I kept checking, and then randomly the other week I was like, let me check the library, see if it's there. And it's there.
Ooh.
So I got it, picked that bad boy up, and honestly, it's so good. It's like over 400 pages though.
Whoa.
But I'm
That's
about 150 in, and whenever I pick it up to read it, I really don't want to put it down.
Okay.
I don't know. Were you a big Jessica Simpson fan?
Yeah. I'm not like a huge fan, but
Like back in
like
the day,
her.
maybe? No, not really.
No.
I was in like elementary school when her song "With You" came out. Do you remember that one?
Maybe. I'm trying to,
I'm getting my head down.
Oh, I love that song. Yes.
Like when I think of Jessica Simpson, that's what I think.
What
of.
other songs? I'm thinking of Ashley Simpson, her
Piece
sister.
of Me.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Jessica, like, I'm thinking that's the one song I know, and I was
Yeah.
obsessed with it. But then I don't really know any other songs.
I don't either.
But it seems like that was kind of more into her career, like maybe okay, how do I describe this?
I don't know.
Because her career's still going, so I don't want to say that was like the middle of her career. 'Cause
Well,
it's still going.
does she put out music?
I think it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
I don't know what she's doing now.
she has
but-
her clothing line.
Did she date John Mayer?
Yes, but I haven't
She
gotten
gets
to
into
that.
that.
point
Okay.
in
I
the
know
book.
she talks about that in the book.
So
heard
really,
about
it
that.
starts all the way back from when she was younger, and it's so crazy to hear how her family. I mean, they were like, her father was super into church, and that was like his only jobs, and
Wow.
I didn't realize that she was super religious.
Yeah.
But her family came from nothing, dirt poor.
Kind of like Britney.
Exactly. And she mentions Britney in the book, which is why I wanted to bring this up, because we always talk about Britney and the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
And Jessica went to the same audition for Mickey Mouse Club that Britney did and Christina Aguilera.
Wow.
And she went up, did pretty well, but ended up botching her last audition because they brought in this girl last minute who looked just like her with blonde hair. Turns out she didn't get it, and Britney and Christina did get Mickey Mouse Club.
Wow.
And even throughout her teens, like 17, 18, 19, when they were traveling to New York and stuff, it totally paralleled Britney's story with like them being not dirt cheap, poor,
Right.
dirt poor,
Right.
and trying to make it, and their parents, one staying home with the sibling, one's going to New York and trying to figure this all out. And they wanted Jessica to show more skin and be more like Britney, and Jessica's like, I can't do that. Like, she was all about God and was a virgin till she got married and the whole thing. So she really struggled with all of that.
Wow.
But I haven't
That's
really
crazy.
paid too much attention to Jessica Simpson as I've
No.
gotten older. I've always, obviously, you just know who she is.
Yeah.
And I know she struggled with like weight loss, weight gain, back and forth. And she does eventually get into that in the book.
Mm-hmm.
But where I'm at now, it's where her and Nick Lachey get married.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So
about that.
it's really good. Like,
Yeah.
if anyone's bored and wants to pick up reading,
I would totally read that.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to use my library card.
You
I
have
haven't
to.
I haven't done it yet. I joined, is it like Chester County?
Mhm.
I feel like I talked to you about this.
we probably have talked
Because
about it.
yeah. But I haven't used it yet, so I wish they came out like a documentary almost.
I know. Well, it is, I guess, like a written documentary.
Yeah,
basically.
but watching something's just so much
But it was just so
easier.
crazy when she started talking about Britney and Christina. I'm like, damn.
Right.
Like,
They're
we
all
just
the same
saw
age,
all this.
right? Like they're
Yeah, like 40s. Last episode of Demi's YouTube documentary,
part 4.
Dancing with the Devil. It was called Rebirthing.
I don't know. I had to ask you.
The way that they set this
It's so
up,
confusing. Can they just like number it? Like
yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Like 1, losing control.
Yes.
2,
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
Because when you search Dancing with the Devil on YouTube, so many things come up. Her
Yes.
music video, the song lyric video, like the live performance thing that she did.
yeah,
It's too much.
doesn't make it easy for us viewers, but
Mm-mm.
we slowly figured it out.
If you have enough willpower, you'll figure it out.
So there was, again, like 4 or 5 main points that we picked out. Well, first off, it starts out with all these different celebrities talking about her,
Yeah.
which was okay, but I don't even know if that was necessary.
No. I had no idea her and Will Ferrell had any type of friendship. But
He looked
didn't look
awful.
great. Didn't look great.
What the heck? He like fell off the wagon.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
If anyone
interesting.
knows what he's doing now, like I have no idea.
Yeah, he looks so disheveled, like his hair and his facial hair. I was like, Will, are you good, bro?
I know.
And I mean, I guess it was nice that they had Christina Aguilera because they have a song together.
Do they? Which one? Which?
I forget what it's called, but they do have a song together.
Random, but I guess not now.
So that was nice. I mean, they all had nice things to say, and like they had Elton John, which was, I don't know how they come into play together.
I guess he was an addict. He said he's been sober for like 15 years.
Right.
I don't know. It's just big in the music industry.
Like, thanks for everyone for joining, but I'm just not sure we needed you.
Thanks for being here, but this is about Demi. I don't.
There was more I could have heard from Demi that could have taken up those minutes.
Agreed.
So, sorry.
There's that.
Okay. So, she redefined what sober means to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because she said she's not completely sober.
Yeah.
And I guess who are we to judge? Like,
do
what you got to do.
I mean, I can see how it'd be easier for her to like say in her mind, like, okay, you're allowed to have a drink. You're allowed to have a joint of weed. Because when you do restrict yourself from something, it makes you want it more.
Which is what she said.
And yeah, if you're like no drugs, no alcohol, and then you have a drink, you're like, well, I'm already breaking one rule. Like I might as well just go down the line and do all these other drugs.
Yeah. So they call it Cali sober. So you're allowed to do things in moderation.
Okay. That's a song of hers.
Which it's all making sense.
California sober.
And
that's a good song.
And there is a lot of comparisons between the documentary and the album, which is great. I enjoy it.
We don't have to go down this just yet, but I did want to mention like the one song, the one for her sister. I think it's called "I See
sad.
You." Song for or lullaby for Madison. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I teared up.
Yeah, that was like the second song or something, right? Third, whatever.
Yeah,
that was good. Also, she mentioned that she gets injections every few weeks of.
Oh yeah, I don't
want to butcher this. Vivitrol.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's a drug used to prevent alcohol and opioid relapses to help curb her addictions. So she's like, I don't plan on doing those things anyway, but she does it as a preventative.
I've actually never heard of that. Have you?
Me either. Do you think it's only available to like people who have money?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure your average drug.
Like I probably can't go to the doctor.
No. Which is unfortunate because that would help a lot of people
probably
not do drugs. So what, you like it's in your body and then you don't have a craving for drugs, or you? It
says to help curb it's to prevent alcohol and opioid relapse. So do you think it helps with not craving it,
not
or help it with?
Or you think if you took it,
it wouldn't have the effect?
You wouldn't feel any. That would almost.
I don't know. I should have freaking.
I'm sure it's just it just curbs the craving.
It's to help curb her addictions. Yeah. Okay. Great. So she's doing that, and then she was misdiagnosed as bipolar in 2011, and she said she kind of feels silly because she was an advocate for this bipolar disorder and was, speaking out in these engagements and this and that, and she was misdiagnosed.
She felt like it was the right thing to do at the time because she was like, she came out as bipolar, and then what do you do when you're in the spotlight? You have to be a role model.
Yeah, like if you're gonna come out with saying you're something, you don't, I guess, have to do anything about it. But I feel like if you're coming out with it, then you plan on doing something.
Right, because you could keep that to yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So she just said she was acting out at 18, but it wasn't because of being bipolar. Now she knows that.
Yeah.
So that's good, I guess, that she, isn't. Yeah. But that's unfortunate that she thought she was for 10 years.
Right.
So then we get to what we've all been waiting. Well, at least what I think we've been waiting for is she talks about Max Eric, her ex-fiance. And I couldn't freaking wait. Yeah. Because we've talked about this how many times on this podcast?
A lot.
More probably than we should have.
In the beginning, too. We had a whole episode about them. Or like a long time. Yeah. Like 30 minutes.
And honestly, the way that she did this, I felt like it was tasteful.
Yes.
She wasn't bashing him. No. She just said she was fooled by him.
She could have gone into it a little
bit more. Like, yeah. But we saw like all their pictures together. They quarantined together, and she basically just said their relationship was false advertising. She said, I think I rushed into something that I thought I was supposed to do. She didn't actually really know him, because remember all those tweets resurfaced where he said he loved Selena and didn't that's so.
Yeah, he just wanted to get in the circle and have connections.
Is where another song Parallel comes in with 15 minutes, and we know it's about him.
Yes,
like no
Crying
shit.
in Malibu,
Praying in Malibu,
Praying
hope
in
God
Malibu.
saved, whatever the words are. I'm like, I hope he's somewhere right now, just like, I don't even know.
He looks so dumb.
He looks so dumb.
Yeah.
But good for her, I guess, for realizing that she didn't have to be in, like, I'm glad she got out.
Yes.
I feel like now she's finally finding her voice of being like, no, I'm not doing this, or no, this doesn't seem right.
It's crazy. They started the documentary. They started filming and she was like, I'm engaged.
I know.
And then she was like, yeah.
Awkward.
Like, that's crazy.
So, I mean, maybe she could have gone a little more in depth, but I think we got
like what actually
basic.
happened. We don't actually know what happened. You know?
I'm thinking it had to have been the stuff that resurfaced
the
from
stuff
his
that came
past.
out. But then she was like, of course, in the moment saying, oh, this isn't why. Like, she was defending him. But that could also be.
She was probably just hoping.
Yeah.
Because she said she didn't know who he actually really was. So she's probably hoping. And then maybe other people spoke out and reached out to her and said, no, this is true. I don't know.
You don't really know who anyone is after, 4 months?
Yeah, especially in quarantine, which she said.
Yeah.
Excuse me, which she said that. Like, they didn't live a normal relationship. Like, because they were in lockdown. It wasn't like now, like COVID. It was like when everything was
when you literally like could only go to the grocery store, which it's crazy.
But also her mom said like he fit right in, and because they quarantined, I thought, with her mom. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's sad how it worked out, but you know what? At least she found out now.
Yeah.
Rather than down the line.
She also gets into her sexuality.
Yes, that was my last point.
Yeah,
so.
I think that was really interesting. She said she's not straight, not gay.
She said she's fluid.
Fluid, yeah.
And she said she thinks she's too queer right now to even marry a man.
Yes, that's what she said.
Because she doesn't really know. And then I looked up further if she actually identifies now, because she did say in the documentary she didn't want to put a label on it.
Yeah.
But now she did identify as pansexual. Oh. So that's either or.
Is that bi though?
Well, remember
did we go into this?
Like, remember we talked about this with 1,000 Pound Sisters? Tammy was pansexual.
Oh,
like, I don't think they care who the person is. But
bi is
but
the
wouldn't
same.
that mean
bi? You're with like
transgender. Maybe that's what it includes too.
Like, it really doesn't matter like what they identify as.
All right. No one judge me, but I'm just gonna look up the actual definition.
No one's judging.
Okay, so pansexuality is a sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction towards people regardless of their sex or gender identity.
Oh, okay.
So yes.
And bisexual is just
probably
male
like
or
a man.
female.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Man or woman, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she actually just came out with that recently. She was on some podcast and talked about it. Forget which one.
Okay.
But she said she wants to allow herself the ability to live her life in the most authentic form possible. So it sounds like she's good. Oh my God, when they showed her new house.
Oh,
how cool was it?
Amazing.
So cool. Like that one room that she called it the shroom room or something. I'm like, maybe we shouldn't do that, but cool. Seems like she's got a fresh start going.
Yeah. I really hope she's good, because you never know. Like, are you confident that she won't
she said she's
get
not
herself
even
in a situation?
Well, actually, she said she's confident she'll never try those hard drugs again.
Right.
But she said, but also she kind of left it as like she might never know. Like, she doesn't think.
Right. I mean, you can smoke weed and it could be laced with something.
It's true.
You never know.
I hope whatever she does, she, is careful.
She's got so many people worried, and
yeah,
their job is to be with her. Can you imagine?
Well, also they mentioned, which I forgot to write down, her friends kind of said now they can kind of eat what they want.
Yeah.
And they don't have to have like the watermelon cakes anymore.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
She would actually have watermelon cake for her birthday.
Because she had the eating disorder.
Gross.
And now they said, people used to get fired for eating certain things, and now she's okay.
Yeah.
So I hope I mean, on the outside it seems like everything's fine, but also that's what it seemed like when she had her overdose.
We don't know. Yeah, because she's a good liar. That's what people keep saying.
Yep. So what did you think about her music video for Dancing with the Devil? Because there's a lot of mixed feelings.
My initial, well, actually, I don't know, because I saw TikTok before I saw the video, and it was this girl crying because she overdosed as well in her life, and she was like, watching this was extremely triggering, and also watching someone profit off of a very scary experience that a lot of us go through, like, just wasn't okay. And then, so that was already in my mind. So then I watched the video and I'm like, wow, like she is really on a hospital bed, like singing and being filmed. So that was kind of my thought. I was like, damn, like that girl was right.
Yeah.
This is kind of messed up. But then like at the same time, I was like, well, it's her life. She can do whatever she wants.
Right. When we were texting about it, when you first watched it, or when I first watched it, I didn't even think about that side of the story. Right. Because I was like, this is, no, I don't want to say this is great and feel like not nice about it. But like,
this. No.
Honestly, I was like, this pulls the whole thing together for me.
Yeah.
What she talked about in the documentary, obviously we didn't see it.
Right.
But they all depicted it in such a way that I felt like I could visualize it and like see her in the bed with the thing out of her neck. Like,
yeah, I know.
To actually see it in the video, and they had her hair the same way it was the night of the overdose. Like, they depicted all the events from that night and after. Like, I just felt like for me, it pulled the whole thing together, and I liked it.
Right.
But I could see how people who have gone through this experience could be like, how could she want to relive that? And
right.
Like
it's so traumatizing. I mean, she is making money off of it, but that's
honestly
what you can do.
Though, like you're a like she's
that's
a
what
celebrity.
You can do when you're Demi Lovato, when you're anybody that famous.
This is what people want to see.
Yes.
Well, most people. Like, we wanted to see this documentary. I was dying when she announced this was coming out.
Yeah.
We were
you
so
want to
excited.
know the dirty details.
Yes.
Like that's just a fact.
And I don't think, and I don't know her clearly personally, but I don't think that she set out to do this documentary and do this video for a profit.
No.
I think she's genuinely trying to explain her story and how it can happen to literally anyone. And maybe she'll help save a few lives through this story. Right. Like maybe people will be like, damn, I don't want to be like that. I'm going to, try and change my life. I don't know.
Or they're going to be like, I can't afford any of the help that she gets, so I'm going to die. No.
Yeah, oh my God.
Sorry. No. But seriously, like, that could also be discouraging, but
no, it's true. There's two sides to every story.
Yeah.
So,
but the music video, I mean, the song is great. I love the
song. Is very powerful.
It's
like
so
the lyrics.
Powerful. Yeah. I won't watch the video again. I mean, watch it once and then you're like, okay,
I got
wow.
It. The whole neck thing.
Yeah, that's
disgusting.
Can't.
I like it's making me feel weak.
Yeah.
But with that, I guess let's just move on to some of the other album songs.
Yeah.
You said you listened to it twice.
Yep.
I listened to it once.
All the way through.
Overall, I thought it was good. Like it's definitely telling a story. Everything she talks about in the documentary, you can hear within at least one of the songs.
Yeah.
Probably,
Yeah. I love that. The song with Noah Cyrus, I really like.
It's good.
It's so good. And then there were rumors that not that they were dating, but they were spending a lot of time together.
Gotcha.
And of course everyone's just like, oh, they're dating.
Yeah, of course.
But I think
maybe
they're
just friends. People.
Yeah, I think it came out that they are just friends, but that could be cool. But good album.
It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like I'm not going to be blasting it every time I get in my car.
Right.
But the meaning behind it, I'm glad that she felt comfortable enough to like,
Yep. I think I want to make a playlist of Justin Bieber's album, Nick's album, and Demi. Because the three of them, we just got 3 new albums of the biggest pop stars, and I like them all. So I'm like, some days I'm like, ooh, I'm going to put on Spaceman, or like, ooh, I'm going to put on, what's Justin Bieber? Justice, yeah. But I would love to have like a shuffle going through.
Gotcha.
Just of all their songs.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been teetering between Spaceman and Justice.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to just
to have, because they're, I mean, they're all the same. Like they're both good.
Pop albums.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else about Demi? I think
that's it for now.
I'm good. Oh, and she cut her hair. Doy.
Yes.
Which every pop star does.
Well, we knew that too.
Right.
She posted about it.
Yeah.
But
cool beans.
I didn't know, like, she was saying how much she wanted to do it, and she's been thinking about it forever. Like, wow.
All right. Keeping up with the Kardashians. Quick recap from last week's episode. They had a Spartan obstacle course because the Kardashian sisters and the Jenner sisters were going back and forth on who's more athletic.
Oh, God.
The Jenners
give me a break. Oh, my
So the
God.
Jenners think that they're more athletic because their dad
Wait, sorry. Pause. Quick pause.
Pause.
Not actual pause.
Yeah.
It's called Rebirthing, right? Part 2.
Yeah.
4.
4.
Okay. Mary literally just texted me and
Oh
said,
my gosh.
"Is part 4 called Rebirthing? Why do they make this documentary so damn hard to find?"
Okay, so we're not the only ones.
Yes.
Okay. So
Anyways,
they had a Spartan obstacle course. Before the obstacle course, though, they had like a volleyball match, arm wrestling, whatever. They just want to prove who's more athletic. So the only people that participated were Kendall, Courtney, and Khloe. Who do you
I
think?
feel like Kendall's not athletic.
Oh, she's the most.
What? She's
Yes.
like a model. Well, I mean, like, not saying they're not athletic, but
No.
she's just skinny. I feel like there's no muscle on there.
Yeah, well, this has been like an ongoing theme over the seasons that she's the most athletic out of the sisters and doesn't have to try too hard.
She hasn't had a kid,
Mhm.
so maybe that helps.
So, and her father was an Olympic, what do you call it?
Athlete.
Champion,
Oh yeah,
right? Yeah, he won like.
he did win something. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so
she.
Kendall comes in first, then Courtney, then Khloe. So this next part might disturb you. It disturbed me.
Oh God.
So Courtney is researching an article for Poosh about how celibacy affects relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Celibacy means
Yes.
restraining from having sex,
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't know. So she challenges her mom, Chris, and her boyfriend, Corey, to try it. So that this is like her research for, they're very
Gross.
open about, yes.
No.
And the whole episode, I'm kind of cringing because like Corey is like saying how hard it is. I'm like,
They've
dude,
already
it's
had
2
sex.
weeks.
So like you got to do it with a fresh couple who haven't had sex yet.
Yeah.
You know?
So the whole thing is just kind of awkward, honestly, but they do last the 2 weeks. Like they say that they didn't do it. So I'm like, okay, great. Can we move on, please?
How did it affect their relationship?
They felt closer.
Mm.
I mean, again, who knows?
I don't
what's
think
true
that would
and what's
happen.
not.
At least for me.
All right. Well, the last theme, which this narrative of Courtney and Scott getting back together is totally trash now because
Yeah.
she's with Travis and he's with Amelia.
Right.
So the whole narrative, they just need to give it up.
Mm-hmm.
But
They won't give it up.
they won't do it. So Courtney and Scott show up to the Malibu vacation house that they have, that they rented, and they show up alone. Like the kids are with so-and-so else. I don't know.
They're sitters. Yeah.
So they're alone and they're like, oh, this is actually kind of nice. Like, would you want to watch a movie? We never spend a lot of time together. Like, we're always just with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So then they fall asleep on the couch, like not spooning, but like he's laying this way. She's like totally not
Right.
romantic.
On the same couch, not touching.
Yes. So then Kim comes to the house the next morning and sees them. And of course, Kim's
the next
like,
morning,
oh my
they
God.
slept there?
Yeah.
Weird.
So,
Why would...
so then of course Kim goes to Khloe and Kendall and like, oh my God, Courtney and Scott were like alone here at the house and sleeping, whatever. So it turns into a whole thing.
That
and
just feels so staged, too.
it does feel staged. That's what I'm saying. Like this narrative, like it just needs to be
like
cut.
it needs to stop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Khloe and Kim set them up on a dinner and say like it's a family dinner, but then no one else shows up.
Oh my God.
And Scott, like when they figure out what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
Courtney's kind of like, this is weird. Like, did you do this? Like, did you plan this? And he's like, no, but it, whoever did, like, he's not mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I think he will always have that thing for her.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, I mean, that was really it. They just had dinner together and they then the next morning tried to trick Khloe and Kim into them that they hooked up. But
That's good.
that was really it from that.
It's a joke.
But tonight's episode, they introduce Addison Rae, and that's like that's like the whole plot of tonight's episode almost. I'm like, really, we're gonna waste valuable last season material on Addison Rae?
On some TikToker.
Yeah, like no offense, but move along, sister.
I think it's weird. I would love to know why, how and why she's so close with Courtney.
Well, I mean,
20
honestly,
years age difference. Like, what are they doing?
I guess that's what they're gonna tell us. So maybe you know what, we do need this information.
Yeah, like let me know. I want to know.
No, trust me.
Maybe
I
I'll
will
watch
tell
because
you.
honestly, sometimes I do watch Addison Rae's TikToks and I'm like, I'm just flabbergasted at
that she has so many followers.
yeah, like just everything about it is mind blowing.
Yep.
Her age, what she look like, what?
It is kind of bizarre. And yeah, you're best friends with the Kardashians. Like it's crazy.
It's so
what
weird.
a life.
Yeah.
Okay. Keeping on track with the Kardashians. Kourtney and Travis spent time together, which if you're on TikTok, you probably saw the TikTok of Kourtney and her kids and Travis and his kids. They were in Aspen, skiing, snowboarding, blah, blah, blah. And so they did that together over Easter weekend, or maybe it was the week before. And then they all spent Easter at Kris Jenner's Palm Spring house. And Travis was there with them, which I was kind of, I mean, I guess they're together and they've been friends for a long time.
Right.
But Kris got the whole, well, like her kids, not the grandkids, these custom like golf set, like golf clubs and bags, and it had their names like embroidered on the front.
Oh, that's nice.
And she said she got Corey one as well, her boyfriend, Travis Scott one, and Travis Barker. But Scott wasn't there, which I was shocked because I feel like he's all about his kids and the holidays and being with them, but he was in Florida with Amelia. So,
Okay.
But so that's great for Courtney and Travis. Seems like they're going strong.
Yeah, good for you guys.
Okay, Kim is officially a billionaire. So they have 2 billionaires in the family.
Yeah. Crazy.
Forbes named her, she's not worth $1 billion. She has, you know, KKW Beauty, Skims, as well as her reality TV show, endorsement deals, and a number of smaller investments. So there
and
you
she's
go.
Gonna be a lawyer. And
Yeah.
probably make a shit ton from that.
Yeah. So good for you, Kim. And Kanye's a billionaire. So, I mean, not that they're together anymore,
Right.
but like, still, can you imagine if both your parents were billionaires?
No.
That'd be lit.
No, I cannot.
Okay. Let's get into this Khloe unfiltered bikini picture.
Yeah.
So you've seen, obviously.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But what are your first thoughts?
Fine.
Honestly, she
I
looks
mean,
like how she used to, like when she was
yes.
younger, her face and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, like I just think, but it's not like I look at that picture, I'm like, oh God, like she looks awful, you know?
No,
This is the unfiltered picture. She doesn't look bad.
she doesn't look bad, but she
She
doesn't
doesn't
look
look-
like this in her other pictures is
No.
the problem.
No. We know her secret. I mean, people have been calling her out for how many years now because her face looks different in every picture. Her face looks different from the show to her Instagram.
I know.
She's editing every picture. I think at this point she's probably become obsessed with it. I don't think she's the one editing it. I'm sure she has a
Probably
team
not.
of editors who are like, "Oh, take my waist in." Like,
I guess I feel bad because then she did speak out on it, and
didn't she
it's
post,
unfortunate.
like a video.
She's just like, with all the pressure, she's like, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, basically, because if I post unfiltered pictures, I'm still the fat, ugly sister. But if I post filtered pictures, I'm not myself.
I
what
can
she
see
said.
that, but you know, you are in the spotlight, and I mean, it sucks. It
Yeah.
does suck.
It the picture that was leaked, honestly, like she still looks skinny.
Yeah,
Like I could see why she would be upset that would get leaked.
because she posted another picture from
Yes.
the same location, and it looked nothing like
Totally
that
different.
picture. Like
And-
very clearly edited.
I took a screenshot off of Betch's Instagram story, and this could be like totally photoshopped, but basically the Kardashians were like Insta DMing all the outlets that were posting this picture, and basically were saying they're going to take legal action
Yeah.
if you don't take down the picture.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they did do that, you know?
Yeah, like I don't really think it probably is out there somewhere. So the chief marketing officer of KKW Brands, which is interesting that it's coming from KKW Brands, said the color edited photo was taken of Khloe during a private family gathering and posted to social media without permission by mistake by an assistant. And Khloe posted a 4-page apology. Plus, she also posted pictures and a video of her showing off her body in the mirror to prove. And I just feel it's like, why should she have to prove that that's what she looks like unfiltered?
Right.
But I guess when you get all this feedback, it's like, how can you not? But then you're like I said, it's like you're damned if you do.
I don't know. Like that was the picture she posted.
I know.
Like,
But again, honestly, if it was me, I would post that one too over the other one. Like, it's your Instagram feed.
Yeah.
You're going to post the best. I mean, we're not celebrities. I don't edit my pictures like that.
Right.
But
I mean, I just feel like it's a slippery slope because that just shows like nothing's real on it, especially
Yeah.
on Instagram.
like, do you think, no offense, like, I like Kylie, but do you think a lot of her stuff is not edited?
I
Like,
don't
it
think
is.
any of their stuff is not edited.
Yeah.
Like everything is edited. Everything we see of them. That's why I kind of just hate that like they are role models, and a lot of girls are seeing their pictures and being like, oh, like maybe if I just like work out for 3 hours a day, I'll look like that. And it's like, you'll never look like that because they're not naturally like that.
Yeah,
you can't naturally look like that.
No, the shaping of their body is insane. I just think Khloe is so genuine. Not that Kim isn't, but I don't know. There's something about Khloe that's so down to earth.
Yeah, but not anymore with this whole editing shit. She has to, like, her photos have to be approved before posting. Like, I get that, but it's like also just, I wish that she could just be herself. And I'm sure they get hate for everything. So like, yes, it sucks that she would get hate for being the ugly sister, whatever. But if that's you being real, then at the end of the day, you could just say, look, like, I put it out there, and people are always going to have an opinion.
Always. So. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I'll just read the opening statement. She said, "Hey guys, this is me and my body, unretouched and unfiltered. The photo that was posted this week is beautiful, but as someone who has struggled with body image her whole life, when someone takes a photo of you that isn't flattering, in bad lighting, or doesn't capture your body the way it is after working so hard to get it to this point, then shares it to the world, you should have every right to ask for it to not be shared, regardless of who you are."
By working hard, do you mean having money to pay trainers?
To work out. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I don't hate her. It's just...
the whole thing sucks.
They're not relatable at all. So like, I think it's kind of ridiculous. And like, how many unflattering pictures are there of me out there? Probably a lot that I don't love.
She had to address it. I figured she was going to. I didn't think it would be so soon. But again, maybe she won't post as many like bikini pics anymore. Or, like I wonder if her behavior on Instagram will change.
Because for going forward, everyone knows that
right now it's kind of awkward.
It's awkward. Yeah, I'm done. No.
So by this point that you're listening to this episode, Taylor Swift will have dropped her first re-recorded album, Fearless, Taylor's version. She recently just posted the whole song list. That's what you call it.
Mm-hmm.
Track list.
Song list, the same thing.
Song list. So there's a lot of From the Vaults, which she just released another one that was about Joe Jonas the other day.
Oh yeah, I didn't listen
which
yet.
Sophie Turner reposted it on her story, and she said,
"Was it seriously about him?
Yeah.
Like, does it say his name in it?
No,
but people just know that it's about
it was
him.
written at the time of Fearless came out, and they were dating, and I guess there's like some hints. Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, so she released that From the Vault song, but looks like there's some cameos on here. Kobe Calais.
Oh, haven't heard from her since
a long time.
That one song.
Maren Morris, which that one's already out.
That's a
Keith
good
Urban. Oh, did you listen to the Love Story remix that she posted about?
No.
Oh, it's like a dance version.
Oh shit.
It's so good.
It's on like Spotify.
Mm-hmm. And it's the last track on her thing. But yeah,
okay.
It's already out. It's really good.
Okay.
So I'm hype. I'll be listening to that this weekend.
I'm so hype.
Yeah.
Me too.
I wonder what the first music video is going to be. Do you think she'll do music videos for the re-records? I feel like she probably will. Maybe
There's
one.
Like no need, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like, do you know how I feel about music videos?
Yeah, you don't care for them. No. That comes out. Well, that will already be out.
Yeah.
And moving on to some Bachelorette things. Blake Moynes, who we know and love from Claire and Tayshia's season, has been spotted at the hotel that they're filming this Katie season at.
Yeah.
And there's pictures, like he's there. I don't think he's just like randomly there.
Well, that would make sense. Like he wasn't big enough to be like, here we brought Blake Moynes as like a
date
guest
facilitator.
Appearance.
Yeah. Or something like that.
No. He's going on to date Katie and I love it.
Yeah. I am for it. Well, there was also an article that was like, maybe he's going to talk to Tayshia. I'm like, no. She's happily engaged. I think he's over that.
He's over that.
Yeah.
He's smarter than that. I don't think he would get caught up.
Yeah, he ain't a dumbass.
Oh my God, wait. Honestly, you know he was like really weirdly obsessed with sex and stuff?
Yes.
Vibrator.
Katie.
There
you go.
I could see it with them.
I could too.
Katie Moynes.
Oh, and also he was like radio silent on social media recently. So people were like,
sketchy.
So,
oh my God. I wonder if anyone else from that season will
show
because
up.
they kind of like deserve a second chance. Well, it's like a third chance at that point.
Honestly, I don't know if anyone will, because I just saw on TikTok, which I think I sent to you. They're all together in New York. Like, Dale, that Kenny guy, Bennett.
Did you hear
Ivan.
that Bennett is dating?
Yeah, do you think?
Who was it?
It's not. Is it Becca? Kelly? Cassie?
Kelly, maybe?
I get them all mixed up.
But I heard of another one too with him, so maybe not.
Yeah, well, speaking of Dale, I don't even have anything else to say aside from that. Claire and Dale have officially like posted each other on the Instagram story. Like they're admitting that they're hanging out. It's not like they're playing like that stupid game that they were. So they're
physically together, but I don't think they're
romantically. Well, they're probably hooking up.
Excuse me. I think they are romantically together, but they're not putting a label on it.
She's so
yeah.
After all that, she shouldn't.
Not a good move.
No, but she's a hopeless romantic, so there you go. Matt James and Rachel Kirkconnell were spotted together in New York for the first time since they publicly said that they weren't together.
Basically, he made it seem like he would never speak to her again.
Yeah. But from what I read on E! News, it said a source says that they're not together, but she's kind of been begging to like speak with him, and he finally just said sure. So
Matt, be strong.
Yeah,
be strong.
Come on, boy,
you can do better than that.
So they were spotted, and then we got a date that The Bachelorette is premiering Monday, June 7th, and we're ready.
Cannot wait.
So that's in 2 months.
April
Less
and
than
May.
2 months.
April's almost over.
April,
not really.
May,
But...
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeet.
I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. And then lastly, do you want to mention Bridgerton?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's upsetting. It's very upsetting. Reggae.
I thought it was reggae.
Okay, right, reggae.
That's how I've heard it pronounced.
Jean Paul or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe.
Man, I don't know. I actually haven't like looked his name up in a while. Like that just kind of came from the vault in my mind. He's not returning for season 2.
No, but the departure was
it was strange.
Bizarre.
Yeah, there's not like hard evidence on what happened for sure, but I think he just didn't he didn't want to.
What's Bridgerton without the Duke?
Yes. Everyone loved that show because of him.
People get it. Loved him. Like it's based off the books, and if you go by the books, from what I understand, it's about the Bridgerton siblings.
Yes.
So this next season was not going to be focused around Daphne.
It's about her brother, the older brother.
Right. So, but the way that they like Bridgerton posted about, like the Bridgerton Netflix account posted about it, he posted about it, and it just seemed like he wasn't written out of it. It seems like he chose. He was like, I'm not being in this anymore. So figure out a way to write me out of it or something like that.
Which is crazy. Like maybe he just got a little too cocky, wanted a bigger deal, they couldn't afford it.
Which you'd think they'd be able to because they were the biggest Netflix show ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think somewhere.
Sucks. Like, what are they gonna do?
Well, somewhere I read like they were still gonna have Daphne, like going through her, like they were gonna show her and like being a mom and everything. But I don't know how they're gonna explain.
We need him.
Yeah, we do.
It's unfortunate. I'm gonna watch, but I know a lot of people might not.
Yeah, no, definitely will be watching, regardless. But it's just weird. Like the whole, I want to know why. Right. It was
It made like breaking news that day. It came out that it was like he's not coming back. It's like, wait, what?
What? And he was like, "Thanks for the ride of my life." It's like, well, why are you leaving?
Why are you leaving? You don't have to leave. Like,
there's gotta be a reason.
You could be on every season. What? But talking about that made me think of Pete Davidson. I heard that he moved out of his mom's. He lived with his mom.
I did hear that too
the other day.
Like that's interesting. Like why? Is his mom like is she divorced?
I couldn't tell
widowed
you.
Or
I don't know. But I mean, she lived in Staten Island. He lives he moved to a new place in Staten Island. He didn't leave.
Okay.
You should watch The King of Staten Island with him.
Is it a great show?
It's
or
a movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Really good movie. So I guess he literally is the king of Staten Island. But,
yeah. Well, good for him. I'm sure he can afford it.
Right. Well, he's only like what, 28?
We looked this up. Remember?
Yeah, no, I forget.
Shit.
29?
Yeah. We thought he was old AF.
Yeah, he's under 30.
Yes.
So.
Well,
it's
Good for you, Pete.
Yeah.
And I think they are officially together. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's been deemed that him and Phoebe are together.
It's kind of crazy.
Yep. Okay. We talked about a lot today, but it was all good stuff, I think.
Good content.
Yes. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you,
We'll catch you on the flippity flip flop.
See you next week.
Bye.